Queso Seafood Rotel Dip. Look at that with those Old Bay Croutons for dipping. Yeah, y'all, this is how we cook. Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Jameson, and this is how I cook. Just in time for the big game, your party that you're hosting, I'm gonna show you guys how to make a Queso Seafood Rotel Dip. Up next on This Is How I Cook. Super easy and delicious, just in time for your party. So guys, before we get into the demonstration, do me a favor, hit that subscription button, turn on those notifications, and like this video. Also, drop me a comment. What type of Rotel Dip do you like to make? Are you even hosting a party for quote unquote the big game? And have you ever seen anybody make a seafood Rotel Dip? Let me know down in the comments. I love to hear back from you guys. Also, do me a favor. I am building my email list so that I can stay in touch with you guys off of YouTube. I've got an exciting set of projects coming up that I'm working on, and I want to hear from you guys. My email address is listed right here, chefjamesonsmallwood@gmail.com. Shoot me an email with the subject, I want to know. If you want to know what I'm working on, shoot me an email, chefjamesonsmallwood@gmail.com, with the subject saying, I want to know. Now, back to our video. So I've got some shrimp here, and we're gonna use 3 different types of seafood, but I'm starting here with some shrimp. And I thought about it, I said, well, let me show you guys kind of how I go about working and cleaning shrimp. This shrimp is larger than what I normally would use for this recipe. And so I've got tails that are on the shrimp. And all I'm gonna do is just show you how easy it is to take these tails off. What I like to do is go on the back side of the shrimp and get right there between the 2 ridges of this tail. And then I pop that open. And when I do that, I grab the end of the tail and then I just pull, and look how easy that shrimp comes off. And that's how you've got clean shrimp. These shrimp are already deveined, but at the same time, if you see anything that needs to be cleaned off your shrimp, this is a good time to do it. So now we got our shrimp clean. You wanna look and see how big each of the shrimp are. And the shrimp, you know, in this case, they're pretty big. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm making a dip, is I want people to be able to get a little bit of shrimp with each bite of the dip. So I'm gonna chop up this shrimp a little bit. Now I'm not gonna go crazy here. There's no magic to this. All thing I'm gonna do is cut these down to bite-sized pieces, right? You know, probably cut that 4 times, and then just take that and break down each piece of this. That way everybody gets a little bit of shrimp as they go through and eat your seafood Rotel Dip. And so when you're finished, that's what you want your shrimp to look like. So one of the cool things about making Rotel Dip is that you don't need your pot super hot. So I've got this on a medium heat, and I'm gonna start here by adding in some Southwest style corn. And this Southwest style corn has some peppers in it. It has some red and green peppers. It's got some corn in it. So this is what we're gonna start our dip with. So the next thing I'm gonna add in is some Rotel tomatoes. These are chunky, but you can use the regular Rotel tomatoes. This is just what I had in my pantry. I was looking for some kind of white cheese to go in this. And when you make Rotel Dip, traditionally you use Velveeta. And I was like, man, if I can find a white Velveeta, look at there, y'all. Queso Blanco Velveeta. That's what we're gonna put in here next. And all we wanna do is take our time here and really let this cheese melt. Okay, when your dip is at this point where it's still a little chunky, you can see pieces of cheese that hasn't melted into the dip yet, now we're gonna start adding in our seafood. The reason I waited so late to add the seafood in is because I don't wanna overcook the seafood. So we're gonna start here now with our shrimp. We're gonna put that shrimp in there that we had. And when this shrimp turns pink, then you know it's time to add in the rest of the seafood. You see that color on the shrimp? You see how that shrimp has already started to turn pink there? Now it's time to add in the rest of our seafood. At this point, the queso's done. So I want you to cut your heat off. So now we've got some beautiful pieces of langostino lobster tail. You can use regular lobster, but I just so happen to have some langostino lobster tails. Look at these, y'all. Look at these beautiful morsels of langostino lobster tail meat. We're gonna put that into our dip also. Now this lobster tail meat is already cooked, so that's why we don't have to worry about having the queso going in the pot. We just want this to warm up the seafood. One of the biggest mistakes people make when they make seafood of any kind is that they tend to overcook the seafood. So you don't want to overcook your seafood. You just want to warm up these pieces of langostino lobster tails. And it's enough heat in the pot to do that for you. So you don't have to worry about turning the heat back on here. Look at that, man. Look how beautiful this queso dip is already. It wouldn't be a seafood dip without some crab. So this is lump swimming crab meat. You can use jumbo lump crab if you want to. Use whatever you want. So I know crab meat is not the most affordable ingredient, but I'm cooking for my wife and myself, so we're gonna go all out for this Rotel dip. This is lump swimming crab meat. And at this point, we wanna be gentle. We just wanna fold this crab meat into our queso. We're not trying to stir it around too much. We don't wanna lose the texture of the crab meat. We just wanna break this up into the queso. You're not trying to tear the crab meat into individual fibers. You just want to fold this into your queso. I'm gonna adjust the spice level in here a little bit with just a little bit of this Old Bay seasoning just for good luck. Put a little bit of that in there for good measure. Generous pinch of black pepper. I'm gonna add in a pinch of ground cumin. Just a little bit. I don't want this tasting like chili, but just want this to have a little bit of those notes that we know from Mexican cuisine. And then lastly, right, we're gonna put some dry parsley in here, and we'll use a little bit of this to garnish it also. So just a little bit of parsley in there. Need those green specks in there. And finally, we wanna just take our time here and be gentle. A little bit of garlic powder. All the exact amounts will be down in the description below. And this is our queso dip, guys. So since we're gonna make a seafood dip, I said, man, we need something to dip into the dip. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make some Old Bay baguette croutons, just perfect for this seafood dip. So this is a baguette, and it's a couple days old, but that's perfect for making croutons because we're gonna dry this out anyway in the oven. So before we slice up this baguette, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. So all you do is you wanna take your baguette and cut it on a bias. All a bias is cutting this at an angle. You guys probably remember me doing this when we made croutons for our bruschetta video. And so all I'm gonna do is come in and take my time and kind of cut these in about 1/4 inch pieces. And as we cut these, see, these are gonna be perfect to dip with to make our croutons out of. Cut up as many of these as you think you need, but I'm gonna tell you now, this is gonna be a delicious dip, so you're gonna need more of these than you think you need. So I've got a cookie sheet lined with some aluminum foil, and all we're gonna do is lay out our slices of our baguette. Now that we got our croutons laid out, what we wanna do is just brush these with a little bit of olive oil. The olive oil is gonna help toast these croutons and make them even more savory. Then the last thing we wanna do is sprinkle on some Old Bay seasoning. I can already hear you now, well, how much do you need? Well, as much Old Bay as you wanna put on there. But I do wanna see a little bit of a red tint to these, so I'm gonna be a little generous here. I don't want it to taste like I'm eating a mouthful of Old Bay with each bite of these, but I do want that Old Bay to help add a little hint of those notes that we like when we eat seafood. So if you've been following along with me, you should have your oven preheated to 350 degrees. Stick these in the oven until they get lightly toasted, or as toasted as you want them to be, but I'm gonna go for a light brown toasting right around the edge where that oil is at. I'm gonna show you guys how I like to set up this dip. So I've got a Pyrex pie dish here, and all I'm gonna do is pour this dip into this pie dish. Now take your time and just kind of spread this out. We're gonna come back in here with some more of our dry parsley to garnish this. Get up high enough so that you don't have any splotches there, but you want to get some of this dry parsley all over. And I know you guys forgot about those croutons, but look at there, guys. Look at our croutons there. And we just want to take those and kind of dip them in around the edge. Man, if you had this at your party and you invited me, I think you love me. So I want to finish this with a little bit of fresh red pepper there. That's fresh red bell pepper. Just put a little bit in the center for presentation purposes, and just a sprinkle of that Old Bay on top of those peppers, because those aren't seasoned. And there you have it, guys. This is my queso seafood rotel dip made with Old Bay croutons from baguettes. Guys, this is how I cook perfect game day appetizer just in time for the big game. I'm gonna try to show you guys this. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. This is my queso seafood rotel dip. Look at that with those Old Bay Croutons for dipping. Yeah, y'all. This is how we cook. All right, it's time for the taste test. And I'm gonna got my wife in the kitchen here with me. And we're gonna let her taste it and tell you guys what she thinks. See that, guys? Look at that dip. See all that crab meat? Look at that with the shrimp. Guys, hold on. I know what you're about to say. He's double dipping. Yes, I am, because it's mine. So what'd you think, boo?
It's really good.
It's really good? Oh, first off, you get all the seafood, right? You can taste the crab meat. You got a lot of spice in there from that rotel. You got a little bit of that cumin. The Old Bay is showing up, but it's not overpowering. Is that fair to say? It's not overpowering? Yeah. It's really good. And what I like about it is the texture of the dip makes it perfect for dipping. So if you got corn chips, if you got those scoop chips, if you just want to take some of that and slather it on a piece of cardboard, it's just that good. This is how I cook. Look at that, y'all. Look at that dip. Look at that dip. You get you some dip on your chip. All right, I shouldn't be eating this. I'm technically allergic to seafood, and that's why my wife's in the kitchen in case I pass out. but y'all, I couldn't help it, man. This is so good, and I hope you guys really do take the time to make this for your game day party. The crouton. I didn't even think I was gonna add that much to it, but that crouton with the Old Bay, and it's nice and golden crispy because of the oil. Guys, make this for your game day. Let me show you what's left of this, y'all. Make this for your game day. Look at that, seafood rotel queso dip. I said all these different ways, but you get the idea. It's seafood in rotel dip. Guys, I'm Jameson, and this is how I cook. And that's how I make queso seafood rotel dip for quote unquote the big game. Guys, I've got a set of exciting projects coming up, and I want you to stay in touch with me so I can stay in touch with you. Shoot me an email, chefjamesonsmallwood@gmail.com. It's right there on the screen. And in the subject, say, I want to know. I want to know. Just type that in the subject, hit send, and I'll tell you exactly what I'm working on. Guys, look at this. Look at this. You want to know more about how I cook? Look at that, man. Shoot me an email, chefjamesonsmallwood@gmail.com. Guys, I've got to get back to this dip. You guys be good. And man, this is how I cook. Cheers. All right.